Hello, August. How are you? It's Past Podcast. We'll be recording every day for the month of August. Having to remember not to say April is an adjustment since I just did this a couple of months ago. But this is the Past, or the Past Podcast. And we're podcasting each day in August. So check out the show. You might find something new. Episode 120. Kicking it, coasting, sailing along. Yet another episode of The Past, aka the podcast about sports and stuff. I am your host, BT, Brian, however you want to put it. B, something for the people. Whatever name I decide to go by is what you can call me. The episodes, of course, are uploaded on each week on Spreaker.com, and we are using a Blue Yeti microphone. Blue microphone is one of the top sources, I would say, for microphones. Whether you are looking to do a USB microphone or go with the XLR option, their XLR mics are a little bit more expensive, but if you're looking to have kind of the best of both worlds, the Yeti Pro Studio, I believe is what it's called. It comes with, or it's the Yeti Pro. It has both the XLR and the USB feature. So if you are looking to have kind of that pick and choose, and I recommend that. I know that's kind of a random 1 minute spiel on promoting Blue, but y'all know I'm trying to get sponsored low key. So just trying it out, see what I can do. With that being said, today's episode is a very heavy episode because I kind of was in limbo of initially wanting to discuss the 3 years of being home and kind of breaking down that story. But what I'm kind of going to do instead is I'll kind of do like a 2-part friendship story where I'll talk about, today I'm going to talk to you about having friends, period, and just how valuable they are. And how much you learn friends, whether they're nearby or far away, it makes a big difference. And tomorrow I'll get into what a lot of people still don't believe to be valid, but for me it's kind of confirmed that I have them, and that's platonic friendships where you're friends with someone of the opposite sex and it's literally a friendship. And it's not, oh, y'all friends and y'all play the brother and sister role, but in reality y'all got something going on. So I'll talk about that more tomorrow. But today on episode 120, we will be jumping into the seriousness and the importance of how often your friend, how key it is to have friends, how beneficial it is for people to know when you kind of need that moment to just get away. Just friendships on so many levels have been very helpful for me. So I'm going to kind of give this from my personal background and kind of lead you to where we are now to give you a true understanding of where the importance of friendship has been helpful for me. So growing up, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all this whole, I had it hard and life was tough and all. No. Sport riding, got just about whatever. Toughest thing was I never had like true friends. I had people who I was close to, but I never really had anybody that really was kind of like consistently around. I had one friend who was a guy who, we were good friends through most of middle school and high school. And of course, I believe this may have been talked about in the podcast before, but it'll kind of tie into it now. The thing was, a female was kind of like the deterrent factor of why we ended up not being friends, but I really don't think that was the majority of it. It was a portion of the element, if that makes sense, meaning that it kind of just happened. And I mean, now if I was to see him anywhere, it would probably be an informal hello, but it wouldn't be very productive of a conversation, I'm not gonna lie. because we just weren't on the same page in that regard, and it wasn't anything personal. It was just reality. So I had him as a friend. I had another friend of mine who me and him is I have a like I'll say this, I have a lot of male friends who have been friends, and we like it's people who I'm friends with now that I pretty much grew up with either through elementary school, through life, and I may not see them on a day-to-day basis, but I know if a phone call occurred from them or vice versa, we would sit and have a pretty intense conversation. I have a lot of good friends who like three of my best friends, like my truest best friends, don't even live in like within the city where I am. So it's ironic because a lot of my like strongest friendships are with people who aren't here, but they still check on me and I check on them. Like one of my homegirls, she was here. She lived here. She recently moved last year, and when she moved, I didn't take it very well, but I also knew like it was her enhancing and working on her life and her future and her brand and just kind of doing what she needed to do to get herself in the right direction, and that's pretty much what's been going on. So I've as any real friend is going to do, I've literally been nothing but the true support system, because I know if it was the other way around, I would expect the same in return. So you progress a little bit more. My core, I call it my core crew, like my friends who I'm around now. When I say they have seen me go through everything and vice versa on their me seeing them go through their transitions, it's been nothing but progress and nothing but strength. That's kind of kept us all close. One key element that I always think of is everyone has lives. Everyone has stuff that they're going through. That's a constant. That's never going to change. But with them, I can definitely say without a shadow of a doubt that they've done nothing but keep their heads level and just kind of get through things. I know for a fact when it comes to if I ever have a moment of knowing that I needed somebody to kind of call me out on things, those are my go-to folks that'll do it. If something's going well, like I'm usually always the one that's like scared to share things and talk about stuff. But with them, it's like, I mean, that's life. You got to go through it. You got to stand strong. You got to keep moving. Sorry, I'm kind of like comfortable, but not comfortable, if that makes sense. But I'm basically just telling y'all to, like, saying all this to you to say, and how can I forget, most importantly, like work-wise, I've gained and built friendships that I never would have expected in my current place of employment. Like, I've met people who have kind of like made me grow as a person and caused me to kind of evaluate myself on certain things that I would have never thought to evaluate myself about. One of my friends, I can think about it all the time because she was the true non-people person, where she really didn't deal with people, and I understood, and I never knocked her for it. But it's, you kind of, if the more you're around somebody, the more they get on your nerves, the more you realize like they actually ain't a bad person, and that's basically how it was between the two of us. We had a good moment where we went out to a theme park, and by going to the theme park, it was just that opportunity for us to kind of like build our friendship and just kind of bundle up and cut up and act a fool, and it just worked in our favor to be the way it was. So reason I'm saying, like I said, the reason I'm saying all this is because we sometimes take people for granted, or we take friendships for granted, when in reality, a lot of the people who have been there to see you at your best or at your worst are the reason why you are who you are. So whether your friendship is for 5 days, 5 years, or an eternity, value that friendship for what it's worth. Because right now, I'll be the first to admit, there are a lot of people who I'm involved with or close to that I hardly ever talk to. And if I never hear from them, I'm okay. But if I do get like a hello or a hey, what's up, or a inbox message or whatever the case may be, I know they're doing it because they care. So I don't take that for granted, or I don't take it lightly. Sometimes we take moments like that and not really utilize them for what they're truly beneficial for. And it can kind of come back, and I won't say it come back and haunt you, but it's something that you have to like kind of end up looking at and thinking about in the long haul. So that's what I'm leaving y'all with today. It's not really a major piece of conversation to share for this. I just feel like I wanted to kind of talk about the friendships, and like I'm, as I mentioned, even at my 3-year mark of transitioning and growing. And also, before I continue, I want to make sure I remember to say this, because this is always my heaviest and strongest part of the year. We are officially, as many people may or may not be fond of, we are officially in Virgo season. So Virgos stand up. Leos, we appreciate y'all time to change leaves and move forward. So just know, starting next week, you will see a lot of true randomness and true honesty in rare form, and things of transitions are coming as everything happens. And I didn't realize that I looked at the days. We literally have a few more days left of the podcast every day in August. I said this to someone before, and I'll say it now. When I first did the August podcast, I didn't know how it was gonna go. The first few episodes were kind of tough. Trying to get pieces together and get it to all come together like I wanted to was a little heavy for me. But now, here it is, here we are, not too long after, and it's become just second nature to me to just kind of sit down, hop in front of the mic, get a topic together, and talk about a few things. So I've appreciated it. Like I say all the time, I say this every week or every day since it's in August. But if you've taken time to listen to an episode, to download an episode, to like a status, like a picture, to actually check or follow social media, all of it's appreciated. And I truly wouldn't be. I mean, you all are the reason why I'm here. But I also had to make sure I did my part in showing up. So I make sure I show up to give you good content. And I'll say this one thing, and then I'll be quiet. Anyone who's really, truly aspiring or interested in doing podcasting, and you're really wanting to give it a go, I'll do everything I can to help you. I'm never gonna see you. I don't want to see anyone fall or not succeed in what they're doing. But also understand, if you aren't gonna do the parts for yourself, I guess I look at it like, don't be upset with the result. Like, if you're not going to do what you need to get the proper results out of what you're doing, don't be mad with the end results, or don't be mad with what comes out in the long haul. Because sometimes we try our hardest to do something, and we're looking to give our best effort to it, but we really don't give our best effort to it. And that's something that I have learned with doing this. Because I told y'all, I pod faded hard. Like, I was down, out, discerned, nonchalant, didn't really care, etc. Now, of course, that's changed, and it's been a much better process for me, and I've valued it for what it's worth. So that's what I want to say on that, and I'm gonna just kind of end it here. Not a weird ending. Sorry, it's like seeming like it's weird, but I'm good. I'm just kind of recovering a little bit, because I had way more fun than I expected. But I had good fun last night, so that was what it was all about. But anywho, y'all be good, stay safe, be blessed, be positive, do something worthwhile. I'm gonna work on getting back into my morning inspirational quotes again and get those shared, because I kind of been slacking, but it's just life being what it is. So until next time, BT signing out. Another episode complete, another show shared. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you checking out any current shows or previous episodes. If you'd like to follow me on social media, you can look me up on the Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter under Past Podcast. If you'd like to go to the website, it is available at pastpodcast.com, where you can listen to this episode as well as previous episodes. Until next time, y'all take it easy.